Hi guys, Retro Trek Ralph here. I've got another model, one of my model reviews and cleanup. Right, started with a cleanup on this one. This is my collection of Excelsiors. We have on the top of the screen there, the top of the screen? Yeah, top of the screen. We have the USS Excelsior, NCC-2000. So we're going away from having just Enterprises. The base is absolutely shockingly filthy. This is the version that came on Star Trek 6 and then whatever iterations it's appeared since. Now I'm cleaning the base up. This base was just a wooden block that I made, wired inside. It's not very good. It screams for something I was putting on, maybe splitting these two up and doing it differently. So over here is the Enterprise B. So you can tell this was the original Excelsior had one massive crystal here, impulse domes, and the bridge was different, the back end was different. Other than that, it's relatively very similar, same sort of ship, but they did change things. But it was kind of quite a few years after Captain Styles and the transwarp experiments of Star Trek 3 failure. And then it comes to the refit version from Star Trek 7 Generations. Maybe I should clean this one first because all the dust is going in the one below it. Where Captain Harriman was in charge of the Enterprise B and killed Captain Kirk. But who's bothered about that? It was fine, you know, it had to happen for him to go in the Nexus to come back and beat Sovereign. That's better. I just have a surprise underneath here as well. I'm not sure if you can see that I've got a third ship on this stand. So let's go through this. The Excelsior, they're both on the old closed, the curtain poles that I had. Only thing here is my interpretation. This is not a proper interpretation, this is my interpretation of, I'll show you it now. Let's get this off. This was a Futura one, yeah, that I cannibalized to make it kind of look like a Excelsior refit-ish version of a Reliant Miranda class. Sails upside down as usual. All best they did was this section here, took it off and stuck it directly onto the ship. I don't think they actually made a model of this. This is just me faffing around. I had the Enterprise B, I had a spare one of these back in the day. This is my only Futura model I've actually got left. Or is this one of the other ones? No, it's a Futura. I'm sure it's Futura. But yeah, it's a nice little interpretation. There's no top bar on this, but then again, why not? They never use this in a model, in a film, so it's my own only. So I'll put it on with the collection of Excelsiors on its stand underneath. If it fits, there she goes. Right, so your Excelsior here, nacelle, saucer. The back end here, the Aztec patterns on this one, this is one of the ones that was absolutely horrible to do. And I'm not proud of this. I'm actually, because you've got parts on here which are missing. I'm going to zoom you in a little, but I'm not going to do too much because this is just, I'm not happy at all with these. There's a split on the back and the stickers actually went wrong. There's gaps there, there's nacelles over here, which the lines on the side are just, they're poor. They're beyond poor, to be honest. But when it was 3/4 way doing this, it was like, you're in it now, either buy another set of stickers for it, another decals for it, which cost a fortune by the way, or start from scratch. But this is the reason why on the, because this was done afterwards, I did not do as much of the Aztec in. They're a lot darker on the back for these panel ends. Don't know what if they'd come off or not, but they're raised platforms anyway. did not, only put them on there, which look fine, little bits. The red lining marking around here isn't perfectly straight, and it is a lot different colour, where you've got the darker blues for the Excelsior, you got the lighter blue for the refit versions. I think the Lakota was this model. I think they all stemmed from, did they all stem from the Excelsior, or is that a different model? I think that's a different model, the Excelsior. They redid the model for this one, or they added, no, actually they didn't. The model from this one was from Star Trek 6. I think the original Excelsior, I think that's completely different. I don't think it's any, I don't know where that is. But the Excelsior from Star Trek 6 was redone to be the Enterprise from Star Trek 7, which then was also done to be other ships in the Deep Space Nine verse. Because if you looked properly, these were out, I think, 94, the refit version with the new engines, fins on the top of here. We can get you on the front and the side as well. This is tricky holding two at once. You have this extra deck on here, which you don't have on the original. Ignore that little one for the time being. See, I do like the Excelsior. It's far too over detailed with the decal kit, and it looks absolutely shocking because it's all falling to pieces. That blue ring around the outside of it. Crack everywhere. Maybe it's a case I can rip that off and paint it. Might be better. So like I said, this one on here is a lot better sticker on it, because I didn't do the rest of the Aztecing. So maybe it's up for a refit, this one. Dish on the front's different, a lot bigger there, a lot smaller with having the extra deck on there. And you got your underneath sections of the ships. Can't really get you in with me. I've put this block together for the stand. The problem with these model kits were they weren't big enough for what they were, because these ships were 1 and a bit times the Enterprise, so you'd have thought the kits might have been a bit bigger. You'd have hoped they'd been a bit bigger. They weren't. So, with that in mind, these are fully lit models as well. Well, that didn't do well, did it? Let's get the lights out. There, let's get the telly off. Right. Lighting as, oh no, I pressed the wrong button on the telly. There we go. Lighting as follows. Top one is the Enterprise B. I was never happy with where the paint went, because I think on here I've actually got white lights coming through. Even on here we've got so much light bleed coming through. On the shuttle bay section, or is the shuttle bay underneath, I don't know. But I had to paint these blue, and it just doesn't look right. The black on it looks absolutely shoddy. I mean, look, if it was meant to look like that, I'm amazing, but it's not. It wants more and more coats on it. Compared to the Excelsior's nacelle, which does look a lot better because they're stickers over the top of, I think one of these has got cold cathodes in it, or wide cold cathodes. Back of there we've got the impulse nacelles, a lot of light bleed coming through. These are not my best models. Let's go to the top. I managed to do both of these for getting the lighting through on the crystals on top. This one is actually an upgrade kit. You could buy these two domes, drill 2 holes in and put the domes in. Whereas on here, just put an LED behind where this is. Light blocks as much as I can, LED behind it. And it does look quite effective, to be honest. I'm quite happy with it. Bridge sections kind of glow up the entire look. There's a hell of a lot of light leakage there. I thought I'd blocked a lot more off than this, but get it in this light, it doesn't look that good. Note for you here, these kits come whatever. Every single one of these windows on the saucer section, on the secondary hull, every single one is drilled by me, by hand, by guesswork. They're not bad, I don't think. For the amount of work and drilling in, it's a pain in the arse, because you've got to figure out these here. You've got that many and 2 little ones underneath it. You couldn't light those 2 underneath it very well, because the piece for the bottom on here blocks out that completely. So you can only get this top band going through, but there's a little bit of light coming through, so it's not too bad. You have on the let's get back on the front there, massive blue glow on the front there for the navigational deflector. Tiny bit there, but there was only a small little crystal on the front. Again, underneath, all drilled personally. That's better. All drilled out by myself. A lot of light leaks on the edge. You could not get away with that. Thought it wouldn't have done anything, but it's just ridiculous. Underneath on the Enterprise D looks a lot different. They didn't change much, but for some reason I don't think I was that bothered about lighting these up that well. Actually, I think I figured out what it is. On here, you've got where your light's coming out here, you've got little tiny black dots which look like windows that have been turned off, whereas under here they were drilled out, so they're on. So they're not bad at all. I don't think, if it's, I'm just thinking with this series, if it's giving you an idea of what to do or where I've cocked up along the years on doing these, then maybe it's not that bad an idea after all doing these. I mean, all these models are behind me if I do a live stream when I'm playing games and stuff. They are all behind, and to be honest, they give a damn good glow. When it's night time, I have my, in front of the monitors in front, I have a bank of fans that used to be in computers, and they all light up. They're all either Corsair or other makes, and they all screw together. They're all 12 volts, and it's absolutely brilliant looking at them, but they all glow at me at blues, reds, purple, green, I think there is. So that's all in front. These are all behind, all glowing up with all the different lights, and it gives me a really good effect in the garage. In the spare room. Yeah, we can see the impulse engines there. They're not bad on the Excelsior. There is a lot of light leakage, like I say. The other one on here, I kind of had two different ways of doing this. One was the original, well, the upgrade engine there either side, and then the original one was still there, but I drilled out holes. Hopefully it would glow red through, and it doesn't seem to have worked that well. There's another one for some reason on the upgrade kit where there's another light in the middle, and I don't know why that's there, but I put it on anyway. But well, there you go. Like I said, these are my most disappointing out of all of the model kits. It was even more disappointing than if I'd have broke it. But you learn from your mistakes. You learn from cocking up all these things, but then you can do a better model later. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you didn't, then yeah. At least it gives me a good chance to get these out, get these aired, and get some of the dust blown off these. So anyway, thanks for watching. Oh, I'm stuck on the wrong side. There we go. Please like, subscribe if you can, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully. Yeah. Bye for now.